We have over 220 pupils attending the school, and our Year 4 to 7 pupils completed their Inca assessments early in the autumn term. This year our pupils completed the optional Inca assessments in spelling, mental arithmetic, developed ability and attitudes, as well as the 2 mandatory assessments in reading and general maths. As a school's assessment coordinator, I downloaded all the outcomes from the website in October and spent some time analysing the charts and the tables. For the individual data analysis, we mainly used the pupil score tables downloaded from the website. In September, our principal, Mr. Nigel Arnold, had attended a SEA information seminar on the data analysis activities that centred on these pupil score tables. An individual's pupils' assessment outcomes are all listed in that one table, and we found that really facilitated in-depth data analysis. For example, when we look at this pupil's age equivalent outcomes for reading, general maths and mental arithmetic, we can see a considerable difference from their chronological age, especially in the reading outcome, which is 4 years and 7 months below. However, the developed ability outcome highlights a lot of potential, particularly in understanding pictorial clues. The child's age equivalent outcome for picture vocab is 1 year and 5 months above their chronological age. And the results for attitudes highlights a very good attitude towards school. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 5 being the most positive, this pupil is enthusiastic and keen to come to school and very keen on their maths and their English. So the potential is there, and we've chosen to ask ourselves, what can we do as teachers alongside the child and the parents to improve their reading and their maths? In reading, for example, what can we do to allow the child to understand the text that they've read? Well, we've started to use more pictorial comprehension, focusing on pictures and asking, what is this person doing, or how are they doing it? And in maths, we've been using maths games just to increase the children's confidence and to have fun, allowing them to work by themselves, with a teacher or teaching assistant, and sometimes in a mixed ability group or even their own ability group too. We're definitely including more of these activities in our planners, basically reviewing our teaching and our planning in light of all of this data. Here's another example. This pupil has an outcome for reading and for general maths that are the same as their chronological age. So this might conclude that this child is an all-round just doing fine in their reading and their general maths, and leave the analysis there. However, if we look at the developed ability outcome, we can see that it's really high, 1 year and 10 months above the chronological age. So this pupil seems to have a higher potential and could maybe be achieving higher outcomes in their reading and their general maths. The mental arithmetic outcome is more in line with the developed ability outcome, nearly 2 years above their chronological age. So we know that this child can take on board and apply different strategies that they have worked on within their maths. But when we look at the outcome for attitudes, there's a lower, less positive score for reading. So what can we do about this? Well, it's important to have a positive and enthusiastic attitude ourselves as teachers to encourage children to do their best, to have a go, and especially to have fun. Often they just lack confidence, especially when they reach Year 6, when things are beginning to be a little more difficult. They've covered the basic concepts, but they might be finding it hard to actually apply them. In class, we've been working to include our assessment for learning strategies and techniques. This includes being aware of the strategies like questioning techniques, making topics more enjoyable, encouraging pupils to participate, allowing them to have a go, and using our traffic light system and our thumbs up to increase their confidence. We think about how we use our resources, like our interactive whiteboards we've had for so many years now. I think getting children involved and coming up to the board can really help them in their learning. And we give them the opportunities to experience peer assessment. In the Year 6 class that I teach, I can see that their peers really do mean a lot to the children, and it benefits them to have lots of positive reinforcement, maybe just an applause or just a smile from their friends. It's our aim to promote a stimulating and caring environment to facilitate the best learning and teaching opportunities we need to make sure that pupils feel valued, safe and very happy in school. Here's one more example. This pupil is a newcomer or EAL pupil with English as a second additional language. At the moment, we can see that reading and general maths outcomes are well below their chronological age. But the developed ability outcome is much closer to the child's chronological age, indicating the potential to achieve more, The attitude towards reading, maths and school are very positive. This child has a lot more to give. So are the language difficulties the issue? It's very helpful that the Inca assessments break down reading into outcomes for word recognition, word decoding and comprehension, as well as the optional spelling assessment. So we can review these individually. In this case, we can see that word recognition and comprehension do seem to be areas where the child really needs additional support. As a school, we've incorporated a number of EAL approaches for our intake of newcomer children. We have a specialist teacher who comes in to support these children, and we also provide a literacy support scheme within the school. In analysing our Incas data at class level, and for example setting targets for the year in numeracy, I felt it was important to involve our numeracy coordinator. We used a colour-coded chart and highlighted where each child was in their class. The 4 colours indicate more than 1 year above their chronological age, up to 1 year above, up to 1 year below, and more than 1 year below their chronological age. Together with the class teachers, we used these colour categories to highlight the children's age equivalent outcomes. We found this analysis very useful. We then discussed and decided together what we could do to benefit the class. For pupils with outcomes 1 year or more below, we arranged support, such as a little extra time with a teacher to go over some of the concepts again, to provide encouragement and confidence in these subject areas. I also worked with another primary school in Belfast where they offered a maths game club one afternoon a week. It's something that we're considering at the moment. We like the idea that pupils could attend with their parents' permission, just to have fun and play a few games with different pupils, rather than seeing it as an extra learning club. In our school, comparing the mandatory reading and general maths assessments with the optional Incas assessments, especially within developed ability, has been very effective, particularly for our newcomer children. We believe it's useful to include a measure of non-verbal ability when we're analysing the pupil's strengths and areas for development. It's important that we make use of our data, self-evaluate and adjust our teaching to help improve our pupils' achievement. But we can't do this on our own. We also need to maintain an effective partnership with parents, encourage them to have an active and constructive role in their children's education.